I want to thank the ancestors with great gratitude because they loved us into being, and I wouldn't want to start anywhere without remembering that. And thank you to your mother for inspiration of poetry. I will be reading from poems, excerpts from my latest book of poetry, the day after Juneteenth. And many of you know what Juneteenth is, so I won't even get into all the details of that. And that book, the inspiration of the works was based on what happened the day after. And as I shared with people in the process of writing, my aunt said, well, today is the day after Juneteenth. And it made it all come right back home. And tonight I thought about which poems I would share with you. And what came to me was homeland. And with all the things that are happening in the world right now, homeland is really important. And what does it mean to be home? And how do we let the land know that we belong? The first poem is PTSTOP. Why is it called post-traumatic when this is perpetual trauma? Every day you bring up Trayvon and George and Brianna and all. It is real, in real time, and right now. Go home to your reality show, your game show, your streaming binge, your online gaming while I go home and shut that down. I am so tired of the hurt. Reminding me of how much I hurt does not make the hurt less. I have the freedom to go wherever I want, but not the freedom to belong wherever I am. Please tell me where my people were stolen from. Please tell me what ship my ancestors were on when they landed here. Please tell me this is all a bad dream. Please tell me, 'cause I'm about to scream again. I know you haven't heard me scream, 'cause I know better. I go where y'all can't hear, 'cause my emotions are offensive. Black rage. The reason so many with brown skin are in a cage. I've managed to keep my voice down, hold back the yell. This body, this mind would lose it in a cell. I long to take my shoes off and feel the land, be it forest floor or beach sand. Take my shoes off, no more to roam. Let the land caress my feet and call me home. A home where I can fully feel, so I can shed this armor and fully heal. So sore to my core from this persistent stress, sleep I must find, so much need for rest. Tomorrow it all begins again, until those in comfort say, stop. The next poem is May I, and it came through the earth to me as I sat on a piece of land by a river, and at that time the land was near where my house was. I no longer live there, but that land still calls to me, and it reminded me of my grandfather. And my grandfather used to always, as he got older, when we'd go for drives, he would say, we're gonna build a cinder block house in the woods over there. And he had this dream of building a cinder block house. I don't know why, but we were gonna do this thing together. And so this reminded me of my grandfather as it came through. May I live on this piece of land? If history serves, my life won't be long. I'm not asking to own it, 'cause all land is free. I would like a place to lay my head, to cast off my father's chains that have bound and still seek to control me. Granddad never got his 40 acres and a mule. He was set loose yet never set free. I'm sure he'd like me to collect the debt that is owed, and I know 'cause I've been told that this land ain't free. What I ask for is what is owed by his legacy surviving to me. May I live on this piece of land? When the people arrived and put stakes in the ground, who did they pay for the land that now is not free? When the people put up fences that contained slaves that looked a great deal like me, is that when the land became suddenly not free? May I live on this piece of land, please, regardless of where I stray or how far I roam. This piece of land keeps calling me home. The rivers nearby converge, spring transformation is wrought. The land remains not to be sold, not to be bought, to be lived on, to be loved on. May I live on this piece of land, please. The next poem is called Clarity. And if you will, just take a deep breath with me and let it out. And take another one and just register where that feels in your body and what it feels. What's tingling? What's feeling heavy? What's feeling light? Because that's real. Clarity. Inhale, exhale, longing to become the air I breathe, wash away the color that divides me from others who are not the same. Clear my thought of fear, breathe in the air, breath changes me from all I am to clear. My hands are wet from washing away the stain from generations held enslaved. The air dries the wet from my hands. From the pain of my ancestors I am saved. Inhale. Exhale. The air washes clear my mind. To sleep, I must go. To sleep, I must go. When I wake, I will have left this all behind. I have a couple more, if you will indulge me. Thank you very much. This next one is called Where. Where does my blackness end and I begin? I may know the answer, but do you? My blackness is the price the Republic places on my person, and I know my value to be so much more. Eyes wide open, I can see there is a curse upon us. Eyes shut fast, I can see there is a curse upon us all. Raise your hand as high as you can reach. Come on, go ahead. Is it a black hand you raised, or is it a white hand? Look upon the person next to you on your right. Look upon the person next to you on your left. Are they black or are they white? What is their value? What are they worth? Are they worth more than you or less? With each question asked, where does your comfort end? For this person's life, how much would you spend? There is a curse upon us. Until you stop being white and I stop being black, this curse upon us will have no end. So I'm bringing it home. I got two more. And this poem is called Reminding Black Joy. And many of the poems I've written, there's a blackness to them. And it's something that I can't wash off, can't get rid of. And for a long time, I called myself black until I realized, and I owned that because black was the inclusion of all color in pigment. And I really love that idea that if I could be black, we all can be black. And I have since kind of washed that away, and I recognize myself as the brown-skinned descendant of enslaved Africans and indigenous Americans. And that really does put me in a place on earth of where I come from, as opposed to a creation in my mind of where I come from. Reminding Black joy. A year of joy or a lifetime of joy gather together, ever changing. The sounds and songs of the elders cutting through lifetimes and lifetimes, blessing the blooms in Eva's garden. The iris scent, nourishment with my love. Wholesomeness without looking over my shoulder. Listen now, listen now. The drums of Africa beat within. Let the cougars lovingly roam. And we dance, and we dance. We are the joy that I have searched for. We are the medicine that makes us whole. We are the joy. Rest now. You are home. I am home. I am home. And the process of poetry can be lonely at times. And even standing here before you, there's a separation. I'm the reader, you're the listener. And I come from many decades of performing where it's about the engagement with the audience. It's about the transformation that happens when we move together, when we breathe together, when we speak together, when we sing together. And this comes from the writing of, I had in the day after Juneteenth thinking about the Declaration of Independence. And the Declaration of Independence was independence for some, not for all. And we are all independent, yet are we interconnected? Because that's when we really create a community. And so I wrote the Declaration of Interconnectedness. And there's a part where I need your help with. I will say, I declare that, and you will respond, please. We are one. So it would go, I declare that. We are one. I declare that. We are one. Every father's daughter, every mother's son. I declare that. We are one. We are all human. There is no race, so why must some of us run? I declare that. We are one. In order to restore joy to living, because Hatan's playing with a loaded gun, I declare that. We are one. Until this mantra flows from every mouth, there is work to be done. I declare that. We are one. Rise up and look around. Brother to sister to brother to auntie to uncle to cousin. We must value and hold precious one another. I declare that. We are one. It must be repeated, it must be sung until it rings through the world like church bells rung. I declare that. We are one. Emancipate your mind, let past hurts be undone. I declare that. We are one. Let healing flow as the rivers run from the mountains tops to the valleys low under the darkest moon and in the blaze of the sun. I declare that. We are one. I declare that. We are one. I declare that. We are one. Woo! I've closed the book. I would like to add that this weekend I was reading over Diana's poems, and it was really great to hear the poems that I had read and just resonated with me in your voice. And I'm also grateful to have had the experience of doing the Sonic Blanket, which is a poem from Diana that I put my voice to her words. And I just want to thank you for who you are.